Good evening, Fantasy Goats. How are you? Welcome to the NFL Week 12 reaction show. We do have a lot to react to. And if you are
Yes,
just
we do.
joining us, if you are just coming in, trickling in right now, yes, we are in the fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go in the Eagles Cowboys game. I had a feeling it was going to run late. Well, not late, but, run past our 7:25 call time. That's okay though. That's all right. Look, the goats are. If you're enjoying the game, like most of us are, uh, the Cowboys, of course, had two golden opportunities. Golden
Why
opportunities
did they run the ball right there?
on turnovers. Who?
The Cowboys, when they're just there, third and goal, and the fourth and goal, run the ball. You got Javonte Williams who freaking can get
It,
in.
it's some questionable calls. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. But even so, you had two turnovers. Yeah, maybe on fourth down, maybe you just get the sure three
the
at that
point.
point. Why don't you want to run the ball? That's a debate. That's a full on debate. But nevertheless, fantasy goats. I hope you all had a fantastic week. Yeah, we're gonna get to as many games as possible. Um, we're gonna give you some of our winners. We're gonna give you some of the risers for today's week 12 slate. We're gonna give you some of the fallers. Some of the fallers, whether they were our calls, your calls, everyone's calls. We'll get to some of those as well. The fallers, some injuries. Some injuries. Nothing terrible. I thought for a minute, just maybe an hour ago, Quinshon Judkins was hurt, was
I thought so
down,
too. Yeah.
but he did return to the game, so that's positive. So that's just one right off the top of my head. I was paying attention to that game, Rhino. You knew I was gonna watch that game. There was no
I
ifs, ands,
told
or
you I was
buts
gonna watch
about
that
it.
train wreck. Yeah.
I got the Cowboys on one screen, and I was watching Shadori making his
Yeah.
NFL debut on the second
You don't
screen.
do the four screen on YouTube TV?
I don't do the four screen. I can. I could. I don't. I don't normally.
Oh,
I want to. I
yeah,
want to. I need to. I want to see all of them. I do. I
I
want to
do.
see
I
all.
watch the four screen. I don't
So
watch Red Zone.
what I'll do is I'll go back and forth, but I won't. I don't do the quad box on YouTube. What up,
I,
Goat CD dropped the touchdown on this last one while we were just on
yeah,
that fourth down or the third down. He
the fourth
dropped.
down.
Wait, I know he made a huge play maybe at the end of the third, and then Dak tried to hit him again in the end zone, and he airmailed it like a mile above his head. So that was the last I seen a CD. Well, there's the war chief, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and goats. Just a friendly reminder before the war chief comes on. Of course, you're joining us now for the reaction show, week 12. We really appreciate all of you being here. If you're watching us for the first time, yeah, why don't you do us a favor? We're working on a modest goal before the Super Bowl to hit 650 subscribers, 650 goats. We appreciate every one of you. But if you're just watching us for the first time, do us a favor and like and subscribe. We're watching the War Chief getting ready. It's why I'm laughing. Please do us a favor, like and subscribe. Tomorrow will be week 12 key fantasy takeaways. That show begins at 6 o'clock with yours truly. On Tuesday, we've got our waiver show, week 13 waivers. There'll be some guys to maybe go in there and add, maybe go in and drop some of your duds, some. Then on Wednesday, programming alert. Wednesday is a special edition of lineup advice for the holiday slate that would include Thanksgiving and Black Friday. We will be back on Friday after that game for typical normal Friday lineup advice. A little bit earlier, Rhino, if that's all right with you, unless you're still eating on Friday at 7 o'clock. I think that you're not working.
No. I'm off work Friday, so
You,
if anything, I'll be.
I figured as much, and I planned on making sure that we had our schedules pinned down. But now I'm doing it publicly for everybody to know that yes, this is how we conduct our own business.
The war chief coming in like Slim Shady in 8 Mile, man.
I love it. And so yeah, that's Friday. Saturday is a normal Saturday. Starting sit. Myers is getting more and more comfortable with Lawrence. I wonder how he will be when BTJ comes back. Who's that? Who? No more toot 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 toot.
No more.
I would have
I
made
don't
you.
want to hear it anymore.
I would have made. I would have made you a graph. I would have made you a graphic if I knew you were going in that direction.
Well,
I would have
we
made
to
you a
wait for it
graphic.
We have to wait for the performance so that we can be petty afterwards. But we didn't have time. We didn't have time to make a graphic in the 30 seconds in which the game just ended. So
who won the game?
I'm gonna use my own arts and crafts.
I like it.
Did Jacksonville win?
I just don't want to hear it anymore. I'm over the bitch out experience.
Well, Michael B. Goat may have been paying attention to this game a little bit more closely than I was because I was watching Shidori. Shidori had a good game. Shidori played well. Thank goodness he played well. Yeah, Myers did score his first touchdown of the season, but he wound up scoring off of Trevor Lawrence throw. It wasn't like it was deep, but he connected with him. Good. If we started Jacoby Myers, if we recommended to start Jacoby Myers, we wound up getting a decent Jacoby Myers or above decent Jacoby Myers game. Very good, fantastic. I wonder how he will be when BTJ comes back. I don't think. I wonder how BTJ is going to be when BTJ comes back. I'm sure that they will attempt to feature BTJ on certain types of plays, certain types of routes. Whether he could form that chemistry, reconnect with BTJ, that's the $1 million question to me. Because if he's developing more of a rapport now with Jacoby and Peter Parker Washington and Travis Etienne.
He looks so. I was watching this game pretty close. He just looks so comfortable with Parker Washington. He throws the ball to Parker Washington, and Parker just knows how to attack the football the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Myers, I mean, that's just naturally. I feel like it's getting better every week. And then Brenton Strange had 5 for 93 today off of IR.
And we thought that was going to happen too.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was going to be that great. Like 93 yards off of IR is really good. But yeah, I mean, it just works better for them. I don't know why it doesn't work for BTJ, but it just works better for everybody else.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, though. You know, this is their first round prized draft pick out of LSU last season. He looked like an absolute slam dunk, but that was with a different quarterback. So yeah, we'll find out. Let's roll. I hope Harrison sits out next week. Wilson has a wide receiver one these past 2 weeks. Michael Wilson, without me even looking, the game is here. I don't know if that's accumulated as of yet.
Yeah, I know he had 8 catches on 10 targets at one time for like 85 yards. I was like, oh, damn.
He had 10 catches for 118.
Yeah.
15 targets.
It will be interesting to see what happens when he comes back. I think maybe this could have been the best thing for Michael Wilson and Brissett. The fact that maybe, okay, we have 2 people. We don't need to just completely rely on McBride and Harrison now. We have 3 people that we rely on.
I mean, it feels like two soft benchings in Arizona. One at quarterback and one at wide receiver one. I mean, like I said, I just can't get it out of my mind that Marvin Harrison has not ever come close to these type of reception numbers. Not even remotely close to these target numbers. And like I said, I don't think it necessarily matters because I mean, Marv played with Jacoby too. He played with Jacoby too, and he saw some targets, but he's not seeing 15 in back-to-back weeks. He's not seeing that type of production. So, I mean, maybe Marv just needs to be the number 2 wide receiver in Arizona for the time being. Maybe he'll elevate the wide receiver 1. But I mean, dude,
God.
Michael Wilson, 15 targets back. You have to get open to get targeted too. Like they don't just throw it your way for no reason. So it's interesting to see that happen back-to-back weeks.
Dort. Look at Dorchland. The Jacksonville secondary. Oh my God! If any of us believe that Jacksonville, if they happen to sneak into the playoffs, they are a one and done team. You can't be giving up yards like this to Michael Wilson.
Too.
80 yards to McBride, 53 yards to your third wide receiver. All these catches, all these targets. There's absolutely no run game coming out of Arizona at this time. No run game. I just had the running backs up here. Yeah, here's a big loser. Big loser, Michael Carter.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. This is nothing. This is a 7-point game for Bam Knight. Well, unless he's got something over here. Yeah, so he added another 4 catches. 7, that's 11, 12, 13 points out of Bam Knight. That's not terrible. It's better than Monty. You piece of garbage.
Oh my gosh, Monty.
Another big loser. Big time loser. Dan Campbell was doped us one more time. Down 20.
Was he a bigger loser or was JMO?
JMO, you mean JMO bigger? Oh, JMO. I think about Gibbs.
No, Gibbs is the ultimate winner.
Yeah, he is. He's the ultimate winner. I don't know. Yeah, I would probably consider JMO more the bigger loser than Monty. Because when Gibbs is hot like that, you just keep giving the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs. I only had 15 touches, 15 rushes, but gosh, man, Gibbs is unreal. Gibbs is just unreal.
Before we get to Tingley's question, I have a little bit of a hot take. I know that Jonathan Taylor is Jonathan Taylor, right? But I think Gibbs is the best all-around running back in the NFL right now. I think Gibbs and Bijan Robinson are both all around better all-around running backs than Jonathan Taylor.
I don't think that's not hot. That's not that hot. No.
That's not a hot take.
Medium spicy.
No,
I mean, Jonathan Taylor's having just like a remarkable, absolutely fantastic season. 21, 35 seconds to go. Curious George Pickens, ladies and gentlemen, getting them down, and hopefully they just set up for the field goal this time. Jerry.
Oh, wow.
Ribbons off of losers, Jerry. Down 20 with Kyron and quarterback left. Should I start Baker or drop Dart to pick up and start Purdy?
Ooh.
4-point passing touchdown. Down 20 with Kyron and quarterback. What quarterback, Tingley goes?
Yeah, who's your quarterback?
So his quarterback is Baker, but he's like, instead of maybe starting Baker, do I drop Dart, who's my backup for Purdy? They play the Panthers.
I think I might do that. I think you might do that.
4-point passing touchdown would give Jackson Dart a boost if they're going to continue to deploy him in a rushing capacity. That's the only thing that I would say to that. That's the only thing I would say. He'll get you the 6-point touchdown on a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Should I start? I mean, you got to do it now, don't you? You have to start Baker or no. I'm sorry. You could pick up Purdy tomorrow.
I'm thinking Purdy might be the answer.
Yeah.
It's close. It's pretty close. It's close. What's up, Dixon Goat? Dixon Goats, Cider Goats. Judkins had a good day. Not a lot of rushing yards, but 2 touchdowns on 2. Was it 2 Wildcats?
Yeah,
I know
2
it was 1
Wildcats.
Wildcat.
It's two Wildcats. Yeah.
Both of those touchdowns were Wildcats.
Yeah.
Both of them were.
They
That's
came
one thing
out. They got.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say you just got to give Stefanski and the Browns some credit to start the game off much more creatively with Shador on the center, and it got them off to a good start
Brian, I
on
have a
the
question
road
for you.
against the Raiders.
The one thing that I had a problem with in this game, other than the Raiders as whole, is the fact they weren't running the ball that much with Junkins.
They were trying a lot of different things.
They were trying a lot of different things, and they looked good. Sanders looked good. Sanders made some good throws. I think if Sanders had a decent offensive line, he would have put up better numbers. But the Raiders, what are you doing? The game plan that Chip Kelly came out with, or did he make any kind of adjustments going into the second half? You just, I'm at a loss of words right now for Raiders, man. I am.
I mean, I was going to ask you. I mean, because it felt like once they went down 7-0, it kind of felt like the 10 sacks was inevitable. Like we knew like he was going to get hit a bunch of times a day.
Right.
So any type of deficit that the Raiders were in, it felt like the game was pretty much over. I mean, I guess the only promising things were for fantasy wise was Genty was used quite a bit as a receiver.
Yeah.
That's a positive. Is Tyler Lockett flexible?
What's that?
God, I don't know. With Geno Smith as quarterback, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it feels like with Geno Smith, that's what makes him flexible. I feel like he could be. I think he could be potentially flexible. I don't know.
As a last resort flex, yeah. Like for week 14 bye week, and will people come out for the bye week on week 14? Probably, but Geno's some of those sacks were Geno Smith's fault for holding on the ball for too long. He'd had Genty in the flats a couple of times, and he ignored it because he wants to get the ball downfield. So if freaking Garrett's getting there in like 4 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever, to the quarterback, then you should be doing little dump off plays to Bowers, to Genty, to Tucker, to whoever, and they didn't do that. Just crap.
Okay, just a brief interruption as the Cowboys are setting up for the game-winning field goal. Now with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, the kick is up and it's gonna hook in. It hooks in. Cowboys win 24-21.
Wow, what a comeback!
I like it. I like it.
Well,
It's a good.
They're alive, baby.
they're still
They're
alive.
alive.
They're still alive. Wait till
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and goats. Jerry's alive. I'm not sure if they didn't stop a tush push, but that's all right. That's all right. I want to get to Dixon Goat here because Dixon Goat is taking the other side of the coin with Rhino.
No, I understand. I understand
this
side too. I understand this side.
Yeah.
But okay, so the difference between like Jonathan Taylor and Gibbs is the fact that Jonathan Taylor, he had 56? So he had 57 yards. How many receiving yards did he have?
JT had. It's not looking that great for Jonathan Taylor. Look, we said it yesterday, or we said it on Friday. We said they were going to sell out and stop him first.
So with Gibbs, you have a dual threat. If he's not getting the yards on the ground, he's going to get the yards receiving.
He is, and
that's why I said that. And same thing with Bijan Robinson.
And
a lot of times, Bijan Robinson might have more yards receiving than he has rushing.
And Gibbs, along with Jamar Chase and maybe there's one more that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. They can be at any yard line on the football field. Any. They can be at the 1, the 2, the 3,
and hit the home run.
and just hit the home run. Like, they're unreal that way. There's only two or three people that can do that in the NFL. I'll say Quan. I can say so too if he has good blocking. But man, yeah, that's what sets them apart.
And the other thing that I would say here to Dixon, and it's not that I'm disputing it at all, because Jonathan Taylor's had a fantastic, unbelievable, record-breaking MVP conversation type of season. Now, just coming out of the bye, week 11, so now week 12 on. How is JT going to finish? Now, forget about how he's going to finish in fantasy, right? How is he going to finish for the Colts now? Right. So, and the two work hand in hand, especially if you're a Jonathan Taylor manager that's like sitting up in first place or maybe second place because of all that production and all those points. Not saying that Jonathan Taylor won't have a bounce back from this type of game. Not at all. Jonathan Taylor is the number one overall, number one RB in football. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't have 10 count. No, he's not. He's not really used in that capacity. I mean, I think he's actually been used more in that capacity this season than any other. But I think the argument, or maybe the case for Jahmyr Gibbs, is we've seen him close out the season doing this. Also, we've seen him close out doing 200 yards, doing multi touchdown games. Jahmyr Gibbs, again, they're a little bit different, but similar running backs, man. They could both hit a home run. They both have the ability to give you multi touchdowns, and the Colts are just they also run they're different offenses as well, so that's why they're a little bit different. But still, I don't think I think the big question is going to be how JT finishes this season now, and whether Jahmyr Gibbs is going to continue to do what Jahmyr Gibbs does. That's the only thing. And Dixon Goatman, if you've got JT,
yeah, I set them out.
As a JT owner, I'm not pressed. I knew this was going to be a tough week for him. Like the projected, I think it was like projected for like 25 points. I'm like, how's he going to get to 25 points? I don't know, but that's what I always projecting so high. I knew he wasn't going to get that many points. I'm not pressed for the rest of the season.
Ran into a Kansas City Chiefs team that's basically on the ropes. And it's not like it was a terrible game. B-Goat.
So,
there should be a quarterback discussion in Cleveland moving forward. Absolutely, there should be a quarterback discussion moving forward. I don't want to see Dylan Gabriel on the field again. I don't care if this was a concussion protocol situation. Dylan Gabriel shouldn't have been drafted where he was.
No.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a discussion. I don't think it needs to be a discussion.
There's going to be some sort of discussion.
Yeah. The only discussion,
of course,
that needs to be had is Stefanski needs to take Gibber to his office and say, "Hey, buddy, you're not playing anymore the rest of the year. We're going to go with Shador." That's the only discussion that should be.
You had all of them were in the box today in Vegas. The owner sitting behind Barry and probably some other guy in personnel. I mean, again, I'm not saying that they were there because of the situation. They may just travel with the team all the time. There's going to be excuse me, there's going to be a discussion because that's what we're going to create. That's what the media is going to create, and that's what we're going to create as well, being media adjacent, Dixon. Jameis Winston is the Giants' best receiver, not named Malik Neighbors, not named Wan'Dale Robinson, and then then you could put Isaiah Hodges. This team hasn't gotten rid of Isaiah Hodges from 2022. Is unbelievable, mind-boggling to me. Isaiah Hodges has still survived with Darius Slayton.
Yeah. New name.
But yeah.
His name is no longer Wandale. His name is Wendell.
Yeah.
Wendell Robinson. He's Wendell, boy. 100 yards in the first quarter. Sign me up.
Let's go. Let me just point out one or two other pieces out of this Colts loss. Daniel Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Daniel Jones had a pretty decent game. Did not turn the ball over. 19 out of 31, 181 in Arrowhead. That's a pretty good game outdoors for Daniel Jones and the Colts. It's a pretty good game. Not that his counterpart.
Yes, and no, but he had most of the yards came in the first half. In the second half, he had less than 50 yards, 143 yards in the first half. So he ended up with 81 yards, 181 yards total. So they shut him down the second half. They shut him down and they shut Jonathan Taylor down. Defense. So
it's good defense. Yeah.
They still play Houston twice. And Houston's only 2 games behind them right now.
That's going to be a problem. That's most likely going to be a problem.
We see now when he plays,
it's most likely going to be a problem.
When they go against a good defense, they have issues.
Well, I mean, this was a good defense, but not the Texans' defense either. So, yeah, look,
this is not the Texans' defense.
I mean, what are we implying? That the Colts could possibly be like headed for a little bit of a skid? Yeah, okay, fine. I'm not suggesting otherwise. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that they were that close.
I'm just pointing out a good game.
You said the Texans are two games behind the Colts?
Yeah.
I mean, the Colts could lose both of those games.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
And the Jaguars also right there too.
It's supposed to be exciting, isn't it? It's supposed to be exciting, Tingley Goat. It's supposed to be. If it was just walks in the park and rainbows and puppy dogs, we wouldn't be doing this now, would we, Tingley Goat? It's supposed to be a battle. The lightsabers, the fucking cannons. But defense just worried about Baker matchup and Purdy is free. Purdy is free. You know what? If you think you could get Dart again, Tingley Goat,
then do it.
Go get him. Go get him. Let's not forget this. We're talking about the Giants. But who are mathematically eliminated today, by the way.
And they might not play Jameis Winston the rest of the season.
I mean, I heard a report or somebody's opinion actually that they said no, once Dart clears, they're going to get him, but they're going to put him back out there just because you need to get him more experience. That's their opinion, though. That's not a fact. Sean Tucker or Pearsall Flex. One full PPR, Sean Tucker or Slick Rick. What's up, Tron Goat, baby? I see you, Tron Goat, baby.
Pearsall for me.
Pearsall for me too.
It doesn't matter what I say now because I'm outnumbered. Yeah, so I might as well just say Pearsall as well.
Change my mind. Change my mind. Why should it not be Pearsall?
Well, I'm tired of that from yesterday, and I'm tired of that from Friday. I think I think Sean Tucker is going to have the majority of the volume, and yeah, he's in a tough matchup, but I think he's earned the opportunity to get it in there. And what if the Rams? I know this is a vaunted Rams, one of the best run defenses. I get it, but they must have some sort of plan for this game. The Bucks, much like the Chiefs, only the Chiefs were home they were home for this game. The Bucks are up against the ropes, I would say. This is not a comfortable lead in their division. I think they need to lean into Tucker. I do. But look, Pearsall is set up to have a really good game tomorrow as well.
They could lean into Tucker, but doesn't mean that they'll go anywhere,
Yeah, I wouldn't plan on leaning into Tucker to beat the Rams. It's gonna have to fall right on Baker's side. If Baker can't get it done, then.
Oh, when I say lean in, I mean, okay, if they happen to get into the red zone on more than one occasion, or just again, different situations, different scenarios in where they could potentially lean into them, whether it be in a fourth quarter situation, whether it be to start the game and try to establish a run game. That's what I mean by they may want to, they could lean into Sean Tucker. Down at the 1, Tezinator. The Tezinator down at the 3. He almost broke it to the end zone. Sean Tucker in for the goal line touchdown. Any one of these types of scenarios, that's what I'm suggesting. Ricky Pearsall, good wide receiver coming in. How about them motherfucking Cowboys? How about them Cowboys? Sniper deer. Big time win. Big time win. You can't believe the Packers beat the Vikings, or you cannot believe that the Vikings look as bad as they do.
No, it's about the Cowboys. No, but I can't believe the Vikings either look as bad as they do. McCarthy is mentally cooked. He's cooked.
I think. Oh, that's good. That's good observation.
He's cooked mentally. He's overwhelmed.
And he shouldn't be. Well, he should be a little bit, but you see
Goat is the George Goat.
You see other quarterbacks that haven't played that many games too in their career that aren't cooked. So somehow he's gotten his own head.
Yeah, no, you can tell just because he's not even approaching the game the same way like he was the past couple weeks. He just he wasn't 9. He wasn't 9 today. He was JJ from California thrown in the front yard with his pops. Like he didn't have any type of dangerous mentality. He was bad. He was so bad today.
Maybe he was 8. He was 8 today. We did the same thing as with the Steelers. Just run the ball. JT had a couple of good runs. That's right, George Goat. Mm-hmm. That's right. Look, I mean, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened than like, oh, you know what? Shit, like the Rams defense perhaps, don't get all crazy on me now, perhaps allows a little more than what they normally do. Allows the actual touchdown to go in.
Happen. Yeah.
Of course it can. That's all I'm suggesting. Of course. Let's take a look at this 9, 8, 7. I know we've said we go through this every week with the same dude, Justin Jefferson. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Justin Jefferson is a wide receiver too, folks, moving forward. He's not a bench. I don't think he's a bench. But we have to treat him not as that big time can bust one out at any given time, can get you over 10 balls and 140 or 110 and a touchdown. I don't think we're there. We're not there right now with Justin Jefferson. So that's another loser. There's no more panic meter on him. There's no panic meter on JJ McCarthy. How about Aaron Jones? How about are we moving forward with any of these Vikings? Jordan Addison.
Oh my God, 0 for 0.
There's nothing. There was.
Oh man.
I mean, they ran into a buzzsaw also in Lambeau Field. This is not a good Vikings team. It's not. It's not a good Vikings team, right, Sniper? It's not. On the Packers side, Emmanuel Wilson came through for any and all that wound up inserting him with the news of Josh Jacobs not playing, just like I thought. They were going to hold him out until this upcoming Thursday. I'm sure he'll play on Thursday. And even if Josh Jacobs, even if you're not the handcuffed manager, if you had Emmanuel Wilson to insert as an RB1, you were rewarded. Big winner, Emmanuel Wilson, big winner. 4 catches for 48 on 6 targets. I you know what? I may go back and watch this game. I may go back and watch it. I need to see this kid McCarthy again.
No, I'm telling you, you're gonna watch a little boy out there trying to play football. That's what it looked like to me. Did
you see him doing highlighting his footwork, bringing up his footwork in the game too? That's one of the.
That's not good.
No, I don't know if they need to go and obviously go to Tom House, the quarterback coach, the renowned quarterback coach, have him work with him or what? Something needs to be done, you know?
Yeah, because
I thought Kevin O'Connell was that guy. Apparently not.
There's there's only certain. Okay, so Kevin O'Connell's had look at the quarterbacks
No, no, no.
he's had veteran quarterbacks, so he's got
He's
reputation because of the he's never developed a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, he's a scheme guy, not necessarily a teacher.
And then you have the quarterback coach
yes,
McNown that has never really developed a quarterback either.
Yeah, like perhaps this is just out of Kevin O'Connell's wheelhouse, and perhaps they just may have whiffed. Maybe they just whiffed, or maybe he's just still young and he's going to get it. If it freaking kills him, he's going to turn. It's going to the switch, the flicker. It's going to turn on for him. I'll let the war chief or the commissioner go through why they don't like Tucker. I'm in the Tucker camp. I am. I'm in the Tucker camp.
I just think it's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
I'll die on the hill. I'm acknowledging. I told her. I told you though. I told you yesterday. It's a tough matchup. I told everybody it's going to be a tough matchup.
I think Rasheed White's a better play because of his pass catching.
Frosty, I see the Frosty goat. George.
Yeah, I think it's that simple. I don't think it's not a bias thing. It's not a homer thing. It's just a numbers thing. We have played 13 weeks, 2 rushing touchdowns all season. We're actually not. The Rams also don't give up receptions to running backs either. So that limits them there, and also just not a lot of rushing yards. Just no way really for him to gain fantasy points.
Absolutely,
it's a really tough matchup.
I think you're pretty good, Frank Goat. Up 42 with Ibuka and Otten left. I think you're pretty good.
Goddamn Emmanuel Wilson. I'm actually I'm a little disappointed that I didn't have Emmanuel Wilson myself in a couple of spots. Goddamn. Sniper did call a little bit of Savion Williams earlier in the week. I see Savion right there. Watson paced the team with targets, which I'm pretty sure is now his first game leading the Packers in targets.
They've been leaning that way too for the last 2 games
since he's returned. But other than that, what the hell happened here? Other than that, who scored here? Emmanuel Wilson. That was it.
Yeah, that was the defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the Packers. The Packers just were kind of just like, we'll let JJ McCarthy dictate the game. We won't put it in anyone else's hands. We'll give it to Emmanuel Wilson as many times as we can, and we'll let JJ McCarthy either turn it over or turn over on downs or punt it back to us.
You're welcome, Bob.
Appreciate you, Bob. From our family to yours, Bob Goat. We appreciate all of you. We want to wish all of you a very happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving. I know I didn't write anything special on this damn thing. Maybe I'll change it. Maybe I won't. But yeah, that's supposed to be a holiday thing.
Yeah, we definitely got to change that. I look like the crazy cousin in the background.
You are the crazy cousin. I'll be the crazy cousin. I don't mind that either. I'm the crazy one here. We know that. We know that. Appreciate you, Bob Goat. Frosty. I love fucking my guy Frosty Goat. Henderson didn't get a touchdown. I'm shocked.
He outplayed Stevenson though.
He did.
And who else was involved in that game?
No. I didn't see too much of that game, so you're back.
Terrell was getting first and second down at the goal. Travion Henderson, I believe his final numbers. Well, we could always go to it, but for the sake of time, I know he put in maybe an 11-point fantasy game.
Yeah,
Flex game against the Bengals.
He had 18 carries for about 30-something yards. And then 4 catches.
For how much? 4 catches. That gives you 4 points. That's not bad.
Yeah, it was like 70 yards. It was something like that.
We put in an 11, 12-point fantasy game of flex. Like Again, we have to treat him like a flex now. That's okay. That's okay. It's a good flex to have.
E. Lama's T-Rex
Good
arm.
flex. Lamb chops.
Like that today.
That's our lamb chops. Chase Brown looks different right now. Well, if you think he looks different right now, Frosty, go wait until you see him on Thursday. Is Joe Shiesty going to play Thursday? Or I mean, like, what? I didn't understand that. I really didn't. Like, you had to win this game.
Mhm.
And I get that, okay, fine. They still may have a sliver of a hope of making the playoffs, a sliver. But again, it would have been better to win this game and then take that into Thursday. I don't know why there's no reason at all that Joe Burrow, if he plays on Thursday night, shouldn't have played in this game. No reason.
He'll probably be playing.
He's ready to play. He's ready.
Too.
I don't think Joe Burrow. I don't think Joe Burrow wins that game either against the Patriots.
Against the Ravens.
No, against the Patriots. That's it. I don't think he wins that game. His weapons were going down. T went down. Yashavas went down at one point in time. He was just losing everybody left and right.
Yoshi, what did Yoshi? Yoshi gave us a decent performance. If we were subbing in Yoshi, dude, decent wide receiver handcuff. The dude from The Athletic. So I was pleased to listen. I was listening to this last night, War Chief. The dude from The Athletic basically parsed out Yoshivas in the same manner that I was attempting to parse out Yoshivas. When you're taking the samples from last year with Burrow, without Higgins, now you're doing the samples with this and that, and he gets us a little bit. He gets us to around what he gave us, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that was without a touchdown either, which of course you can't really project for. Nevertheless, Goats. Nevertheless,
and it sounds like it's going to be that kind of situation on Thursday, because we'll have no T. Higgins probably, Jamar Chase back, and Yashavas going to be the number 2.
Yeah, that should be. Yeah, because that looks bad.
Is Jamar Chase going to smoke the Ravens, War Chief?
I hope so.
Is he going to? You know, we had this discussion in the off season.
Yeah,
I think he's coming off of a suspension, and now he's playing his favorite team.
Yep.
I think he's going to.
Last year he had 100 fantasy points on the Ravens. 100.
He's going. I think he's going to dog walk them in the worst way possible. Why is Ramondre getting goal line touches still?
Because Vrabel likes him.
I could tell you the real reason. I don't think Trevion has the best lateral quickness in that tight window. But I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like him either.
Ramondre Stevenson is a little bit better suited to be running inside in between the tackles, and Trevion is better suited so far being off tackle, running to the edges. Roma Dunze and Caleb Williams is almost as bad as T-Law and BTJ. Yeah, because Frosty Goat, they decide to get DJ Moore involved. Big winner, DJ Moore. Big losers, the Shepherd and the Rhino and the War Chief, because we're now going to have to try to figure out which freaking Bears wide receiver to start.
It's like the Packers freaking, like the Packers and the Bills freaking wide receiver room.
It is. It's becoming that way. I thought we were going to get. I was real, high in the first half because Luther Burden was absolutely racking it up in the first half. And then in the second half, he just disappeared. And I was like, "Well, I can't cheer too soon."
Look at this, man.
12-0, Quincy. Good Lord.
Fucking GQ, man. You're motherfucking. You're not mistaken. You're never mistaken, Tron Goat, baby. You're never fucking mistaken. That win moves the Cowgirls' playoff chances to a whopping 9%. they're on that bubble though. They have to be on that bubble. They're on that bubble with the Panthers, but the Panthers are also like kind of like they're waiting to see what the hell happens tonight with the Bucks. So it's early, in terms of their playoffs, not our fantasy playoffs. That it's still pretty early. The Niners. Let's say hypothetically speaking, and I don't think this is going to happen, but hypothetically, the Niners lose their next 3 and the Cowboys win 2 out of 3. The Niners will not be in the wild card seeding. The Cowboys might be. That's why. The Cowboys can't win the division. They won't win the division, but they could definitely maybe creep up into a 7th seed. Is JJ McCarthy the future? Frosty Goat.
We don't know. It's
Frosty
too early
Goat.
to tell.
Look, Frosty Goat. They gave him like 3 years. They gave him a bunch of years. So I'm sure McCarthy's going to get a few years. They even gave him a few years. Frosty Goat.
Too early to say.
Yeah, he's young too. He's young. I'm pretty sure when you said about the mental, right? He's got something going on also. I don't think it's not really prohibiting him from performing, but he's got something going on in his head. I don't know if it's ADHD or something. It's something. And that's almost a fact. That's a fact.
He looks like, because you were saying the footwork, right? He looks like he's in his head going, okay, step right here as I'm throwing the football to this guy right now. I need to have my shoulders aligned with my feet so I can make this pass here now. That's what he like. That's what he's like.
He's overthinking it.
Again, I don't want to say like he's quirky. No, that would be Caleb, if anything.
Yeah.
But McCarthy, he's got it's something. He did pretty damn well when he was at Michigan, but that was Michigan. No, that was Michigan football, college football.
He wasn't asked to throw that much at Michigan.
That's right.
Either. So
that's right.
That was my big thing last year.
So and so we could spend a whole hour on this. That's fine so then the Vikings offense should be a little bit more tailored to maybe let's not throw the ball 100 times. Let's come up with a plan where we're going to be just uber efficient. We'll pick our spots. It's not working out. And they've got other issues too between their offensive line and this and that. Emmanuel Wilson's going to be so tired tonight. He's going to be tired. He should be jacked up. Are you kidding me? Tired. Chico, Trevor Lawrence came through for me. I won me my week, and I still have the Rams. Fuck yeah, you did.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, you did. So Sterling Shepard you're gonna play Sterling Shepard, the Shepherd, instead of Sean Tucker. I would say Sean Tucker is a better play than Sterling Shepard.
Yes, because Godwin's back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tucker he can get 20 carries for 55 yards and maybe a touchdown.
20? 20 is that is advantageous. I'm thinking like 12.
I'm just throwing numbers out there.
If I had to give a final Sean Tucker stat line for tonight, I'm gonna say 12 for 37 with 2 catches for 10 yards. That's solid.
Well,
that's 7 fantasy points.
That's Monty points.
Yeah, there you go.
What a bust. That big loser, David Montgomery.
I thought Monty would get 2 touchdowns.
Another loser is right there, J-Mo.
Big time.
Big time loser.
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me? It's so weird because he had been going off the last 3 weeks, and then non-existent this week, and the game was set for him to be good. Amon St. Brown had a good game.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
He rope-a-doped us. 149 on 9 catches, 13 targets for Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
And then 12 targets for Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty normal. Yeah, there you go. That's why there's no JMO all the way
Zero
down
target.
here. I'd
Zero.
love to see his snap. I'd love to see his snap. How much he was on the field. That's what I need to see. Is he just running a bunch of cardio? No, that's fucking terrible. Yeah, Frank Goat, man. Shit. JMO seemed like a nice start.
Mm-hmm.
Now 7-5, but the most points in the league. I'm hoping I have a good chance to make playoffs. You do, of course, you do.
Yeah.
Especially if you're leading the league in points.
And you're 7-5. Generally, 7-5 is a good record to have be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The game for you, Trone, the week I should say for you as well as myself is that week 14. We want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to win this week, which is pretty much in the books, and next week, week 13, because week 14, you know as well as I know that the man is off. CMC and the Niners are on bye.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to have that. We want to at least have it as close to locked up as possible, week 14. All right, guys. I'm sure the game's pretty much getting kicked off. I know the Rams contingency on the show right now is getting freaking psyched and pumped. Zach Wilson was better than come on. What do you got there? What is that? A helmet? Nice. You had to play against one of the Pittman. Pittman didn't have a bad game. Pittman scored.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the other loser in this game would have been the Alec Pierce truthers, managers, Josh Downs, playing him against the Chiefs. All of them wet the bed.
The too high.
Well, did Mo Alley Cox?
He scored a touchdown.
Mo Alley Cox.
No, worse than that.
You got
Ogletree.
Yeah,
that's
Ogletree scored a touchdown today.
And you want to know why I disrespect the position? In the week 14, Jalen Warren, Gainwell will be in the playoffs. So you already got it mapped out. That's all I'm asking for you guys to do. Just map it out. Let's take a look when it comes to any of these buys last season, earlier in this year with the buy Mageddons. Let's take a look a few weeks ahead. See what the hell we're working with. That's how you play.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play fucking checkers. Play motherfucking chess. Tootin' loser. Hell, you met War Chief was all over that. Yeah, show GQ.
You see
Show
my artwork? GQ? Yeah, no more tooting. No more. Oh, he's having a bigger role. Oh,
he's
carries.
sharing it.
We're gonna see him do all this and these things. All I saw was the first play of the game. Travis Etienne go 45 rushing yards and then catch a pass and hit his head on the goalpost. So still Etienne. It's still Etienne. It's always gonna be Etienne.
My whole team, you suck in the league, fighting for 6th place. Wait, you're fighting not. So this is your other league, your other team. This must be the one where I told you to start Cedric Tillman.
Oof.
What a fuck, man! What a fuck Jerry Jeudy is. To actually get that perfect pass from Shadori, wide open, just like we knew. Like, okay, he hit the open man. It wasn't Tillman. It was Jeudy. Jeudy, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, inexplicably starts to slow down. We're all seeing the same thing. He slows down because he's about to stutter step and knocked out of his hands. Best play the Raiders did all game as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. It's game time.
That piece of shit, Jerry Jeudy.
Isaiah Bondo, man.
Isaiah and Dylan Sampson, both rookies had a very good game. Well, all four rookies.
Yeah.
Along with Miles.
I think Dylan Sampson. Always bring me back in when I'm ready. I almost dropped him
Yeah.
yesterday.
It's true. It's true. It's true, Dylan.
I almost dropped him in Dynasty yesterday. I was like, then there you go, bring me back in.
Dylan Sampson off of what I guess it was either. I don't think that was a screen, but it was.
It was a swing pass. It was
a swing pass, lateral pass, and blocks are open, and he was off. He's fast.
Yes, he is.
He's fast.
Why can't he use him more that way? Like
he's fast as hell.
I'm not going off about the fancy right now because it's game time.
All right, guys, you take care. Yeah, he is. He's very mid. He's mid, Frosty Goat. He's been mid. Does Juckin not catch passes?
He does catch passes.
He can,
but he's not necessarily a pass catcher.
It's not what they're doing with him. GQ, I'll make it up to you, GQ. The process was right. It was the right idea. It'll happen. I'm not going to advise you to start him continuously, but it'll happen. All right, Goats. Enjoy Sunday Night Football. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. for the key fantasy takeaways and Monday Night Football preview. That's it, man. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your game.
Beat a difference, make a difference. Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Go motherfucking Rams. Yeah, go Rams. Go Sean. Go Rams. Go Sean.
Yeah, go Sean McVay.
I hope Tucker does good for the Goats. I do. Just as long as it doesn't cost the Rams a win.
As long as and we're all happy, right? Both can be true. Yeah. Exactly. Frankie Goat.
Not going to be true.
And Rasheed White is starting the game.
Oh man! Wow! What a surprise!
That doesn't mean anything.